Just want to take a moment and say today's video is brought to you, as always, well, there's a mouse. Are you kidding me? There's a mouse on the floor. Today's video is brought to you by the Suspension Source, home of Solo-Werks. You see him under there? He looked cute, but I don't like that there's mice. Where did he go? I mean, I know you're under there. Are you kidding me? Today's video is brought to you by the Suspension Source, home of Solo-Werks and also the largest seller of KW, ST, Beltec in the United States, as far as I know. They're also got some really fun things, Harlequin related, coming up. So thank you to them. They are literally the reason that this is possible, using literally the GoPro that I'm recording this on. So thank you so much. Please go check out thesuspensionsource.com and consider buying your suspension from them. Support the people that help support fun, cool things happening. All right, on with the video and the mouse. I am Jamie Orr, and this is a 1996 Volkswagen Golf. And you're saying, where is it? Well, here it is. And yes, those are factory colors. This is one of about 264 Volkswagen Golf Harlequins ever made. And about 5 years ago, there's a whole series on YouTube which looks really bad. It was very basic, where I flew to California and rescued this one out of a junkyard. And that's where got a lot of this and quite a lot of that. And although it lived in California, it was right by the ocean in San Francisco, so it got a decent amount of that and this. And he did go and visit Canada. This exact one has over 250,000 miles on it, and it's hurting quite badly. So what are we going to do with it? Well, about 6 weeks from now, we're actually going to put this on display at the SEMA Show with Hoonigans. Literally on the Hoonigan stand, this is going to be on display. Why? How? Well, it's the 25th anniversary of it. How? Well, hopefully we'll put it on a truck and ship it out there. And what? Is that a good question? Who knows? Well, yes, it's very limited edition, but the plan is full reconstruction, full makeover, very OEM, but yes, we're going to put a whole lot of new parts. So with SCP Euro, this thing is going to get every single OE or OEM part that we can throw at it. So control arms, ball joints, brakes, everything like that we possibly can, we're going to do. As many seals, I mean, right here. We're going to replace the strut mounts, all of the hardware there, new coolant bubble. Motor? No, this motor's gone. Just ignore it. Pretend it's not there, because my job right now is to tear that out and put this in. What is this? Well, it says V6, but really it's a VR6. So yes, it's a V6, but it only has a single cylinder head. This is a 6-cylinder, 280 horsepower from the factory engine that essentially is just going to bolt right in. Now, VR6 swaps, not that unusual. Let's run across the workshop. Hello, Volkswagen Atlas Crossport GT concept. We'll talk about this in a minute, okay? BSN 211 GT. The City Golf has a 3.6. Same engine, except this is from a Passat. This was a much more common one. The engine over here is a 2021 model. So I have driven this motor, I've tested it a little bit, rocked it around last winter, but it's basically a brand new motor minus the dirt that I put on it. And so we've got a lot of work to do with the wiring, with Eurocraft, with the ECU. Hopefully Unitronic will be able to help out here. I've started working on it a little bit, but there's lots to do. So it wasn't automatic. We've got a Black Forest lightweight flywheel over here. Transmission, that's already done. Eurocraft took care of that, and it has a limited slip differential from Wavetrack in there. More Black Forest. Of course, we're going to upgrade the engine mounts. But we've only got about 6 weeks until the show starts, which means about 4 weeks to do this. Tectonics tuning. This is a brand new exhaust from them, a 3-inch exhaust. This is the first one ever made on their fancy new computerized CNC mandrel bender, which is amazing that I get to do on this. Over here, I've got a custom downpipe. Dan welded the flange there. This is barrel maker fab, but this is going to just hopefully align there, and then I'll just have to trim it to the right length, because a lot of these parts have never been fitted together and never on this late of a motor as far as I know. So today's job, it's already 8 or 9 p.m. Just start stripping the engine, everything else. Dan and company is here because they are going to be cutting the glass out, which is filthy. That's some California junkyard 5-year-old dirt on it. So we've got a suction cup that's going to stick on there. And then you've already put the string. So there's a piece of what? Wax string? It's like a weird spider line, cutting fiber line. So basically that goes the whole way around the seal. You put it on there and you just crank down on it. And in theory, that glass will pop right out. And then while they're doing that, I'm going to pull the hood, all of the trim here, and get ready for this to come out. And then we can see how much rust and damage there is around it. Basically, it looks like we're probably going to have to replace this entire uniside of the car. But as you already saw over there, I've been searching for parts everywhere. So there's not a good panel on this car as far as I can tell. Every bumper has gouges. There's pretty bad rust on that. The hood's pretty destroyed. The roof's got a dent, but we'll probably be okay with that. Wrong Euro hatch that I threw on it. So I'm trying to replace every single part that I can possibly find. So as of right now, I really love this car. My hands are a little too dirty, but we do have a great big video coming out about this. But this is a full concept car with 4-seater Recaros, but I'm getting off the subject here. Don't want to touch the paint really. So these are brand new OEM Golf Mark III fenders, which are already painted. Yes, I got a jump start. This is not a Golf. Anyone want to guess what this is for? Okay, it's a Volkswagen Atlas. So is that, so is that, so is that. So in 6 weeks' time, I'm hoping to unveil all of this. The completely restored original 1 of 264 Golf Harlequins and an Atlas Harlequin. Brand new 2021. I bought this car with 8 miles on it. I bought this car with 250,000 miles on it. I'm hoping there's door parts for the Atlas. This place is just going to turn into a disassembly and then reassembly plant for Harlequin reconstruction. Okay, let's do a real quick overview as well. Interior. Everything is damaged, missing. The original 1 of 1 Black Forest shift knob for the Harlequin. Now they've made 100 more of those. So it's limited edition to 100, but I had the original one, so there's 101 now. Inside the trunk, I don't know if there's enough light. Let me grab one. So anyway, wall of wheels, caddy van, that was at SEMA probably 5 years ago. I have a MIG and a TIG. I don't know how to use the TIG. Dan uses my TIG. Let me see, grab a light here. Can't get over how cold this exhaust is. All right, we're running, we're running. Also, I'm rebuilding some bikes in the meantime. This thing is not exactly watertight. This is disgusting. There is a fuel pump that is now completely dead in there, and there's an inch of water underneath it. And every single piece of trim is dirty or damaged or scratched. The headliner's torn. There's not a lot that's okay. Obviously missing the original seats. The back seats don't match. There's rust all through the insides here. Yeah, this car kind of had a rough life. I mean, a wonderful life where it got driven, but mismatching. When I got the car, it was missing all of the seats. So it's had the California sun baking everything. but also was near the ocean, so it had salt. So this is possibly worst case scenario. Driven 250,000 miles by the original owner. Amazing, absolutely love it. Then was given to a charity auction who sold it to a junkyard because they didn't know it was rare. It went into the junkyard, got smashed, got damaged by the forklifts, got raided. Literally, people bought the interior out of it for their own cars. Somebody took the VIN off of it, so the sticker's gone, so I've got to replace that. Hey, at least, Dan, this is a painting car problem.
What's that?
Well, we don't like taping things.
No.
Taping sucks, but when you've got the original VIN sticker, what would you do normally?
Well, actually, there's this site, I do forget what it's called. If you take a picture of that and send it to them for 100, 150 bucks, they'll send you a brand new one, OEM style.
So you say remove it, paint it. I also see people that tape it very gently and then clear coat afterwards, so it doesn't have a super high ridge.
Yep, I've done that.
I've done that too, but I think on this one, it's already solved. We're going to remove this, see if actually Volkswagen will give us an OEM one.
That would be prime.
I think I'm going to send that email to see, but somebody also took
the VIN.
The VIN, there it is. See those two rivets? Somebody literally pried the VIN plate off of this car.
Wow.
Gosh darn it. Before I was able to get it and rescue it. But this door, I've got a brand new one. I'm still looking for this door and the two passenger sides, but I've got brand new hood, brand new fenders, brand new bumper. I've got a good hatch. This is it's actually from the guys in Sackwater who helped rescue the car from the junkyard 5 years ago. We can go back and watch those videos. So we've got a nice California hatch that I'm going to save. But essentially, I'm missing a rear bumper and 3 doors, and then almost everything will be brand new. If anyone out there watching this, if you know anyone, any parts department people that have new old stock tail lights, I've got to get a windshield, got to get nicer seals here. Headlights, well, that one's got a great big crack in it. These are all faded. There's so much to do. But right now, job number 1, strip this car down to a bare shell. Engine out, axles out, everything out, replacing them with all new parts from SEP Euro. Build the motor, do the motor swap. All the glass getting cut out right now. Guys, am I missing anything?
I don't think so.
Spot on. And timeline is, 6 weeks until we're out there, a week for shipping. We've got photographs and everything. Basically 4 weeks, give or take, for this and the Atlas project, which we'll share with you later. This is going to be pretty fun. Oh, steering wheel. Oh, all right. I got to find a steering wheel because they are always, oh yeah, absolutely. You can't see it, you can hear it. It's so sun faded and destroyed. So I need to find a brand new steering wheel somewhere in the world. Anyway, welcome to part 2 of the Golf Harlequin challenge. Part 1 was flying to California with parts in a suitcase, rescuing it out of the junkyard with the help of some amazing people, and then driving across country with literally a co-pilot from New Jersey, and we did it in 5 days, put the exhaust manifold on it in a parking lot in California, just super amazing time, and the car has been sitting waiting for today. This is it. So the head start is I have 2 fenders painted already. Apart from that, nothing. That's not true. Tectonics, barrel maker. We have some other parts that I've ordered, which are actually for a different Golf 3. So what better way to bring this back to life for the 25th anniversary than a very fast, hopefully as thorough as possible restoration. Cool. What I also have to share again is today's video is brought to you by Solo-Werks, who are part of the KW family based out of California. Thanks again to them. We'll be hanging out with Glenn and crew, hopefully at SEMA. Dan will be there as well, and hopefully this car will be there. All right, stay tuned. Instagram, follow there. You can also subscribe, do YouTubey things, comment, etc. Please do follow. It does help with our numbers and everything else. Apart from that, we'll see you next time with the Golf Harlequin Junkyard Rescue Car. Goodbye.